a math teacher, a coach, a sounding board, and an authority figure. Mr. Young gives countless hours to our school and always puts the student first. Without further ado, I would like to proudly introduce to you one of our wonderful staff members of many, Mr. Sean Young.
Thank you, Mr. Adamczyk, for having me, and thank you to the class of 2022 for allowing me to speak. Greetings to everyone. Forgive me if I skip the standard introduction. I just want to tell a quick story. My story begins about 3 years ago. This is before COVID. I was at the dentist, and I'm sitting in the waiting room. It was myself and one other elderly lady. And man, she was a talker. I didn't even get in my seat, and she just starts striking up a conversation. And so we exchanged pleasantries. She asked me, where you live and family and weather and yada yada. And finally she gets to asking me, what do you do for a living? And so I told her, well, I'm a teacher. And she cut me off right away. I didn't get to say anything else. And she put her hands together. She said, oh my goodness, if I could go back and do it again, I would want to teach. She had a career in nursing, which she told me all about. But she had said, what a rewarding profession, and you must be so proud. And she asked me, well, what do you teach? And this is when the conversation sort of changed a bit. I said, well, I teach high school. I teach high school mathematics. And I swear, you would have thought every ounce of air had just been sucked out of the room. She immediately frowns, almost angry at me, and she just starts shaking her head. I mean, angrily shaking her head. Can you picture this? And she's glaring at me. And she said, I don't know how anyone could do that. These kids these days, and they're on their phones with the pictures, and they don't respect anyone, and yada yada. And she's going on this rant. And I had to chuckle, because she's just nonstop. And then she turned to me, and she asked me a question. It really changed my life. She turned to me and she said, what's the worst part? Or no, I think she worded it, she said, what do you hate the most about your job? And I froze, because I'd never thought about it before. And I couldn't give her an answer, but it's okay, because she answered for me. She proceeded for about another 2 minutes to tell me why I should hate my job. But at this point I had completely tuned her out, and I thought about it. I thought really hard about it. What was the worst part about my job? I thought about state tests, but it's 1 day a year, no big deal, and it ends early. And some of those ABC days, especially on the coaching days, it's really tough, but 20 minutes on a Wednesday, now and then, it's not a big deal. I thought about, some angry parents, some unruly kids, but nothing really came to mind. And right as she was done with her rant, something struck me really hard. And I turned to her and I looked her right in the eyes. And I told her that the worst part about this job by far is having to say goodbye. It's this night right here. And I know it's supposed to be a celebration, and it is, but sometimes it hurts too. And she went in, the technician took her in, and I never got a chance to elaborate, and I wish that I did. Because if I did get the chance, I would tell her that this amazing group of kids comes in, and they show up every day for 4 years. And man, they're your inspiration. They motivate you, they challenge you. And I promise you, every staff member here wishes. They wish that they could connect with every one of you guys. But we can't. So there's this small group of kids that we get to connect with. And you guys become our people. Whether it's the band or the choir or the shop or sports, whatever it is. You guys become our people. And you wake us up in the morning, we jump out of bed, and we can't wait to get here every day. And it's because of you guys. And we can't wait to hear your jokes. Maybe you guys talk a little trash. make a hair joke or something. Not about me, obviously, but you know, other people that don't have hair. But I can't tell you how much we look forward to that. Just a 2-minute conversation, a laugh, a joke, a story. So I want you guys to just take a minute. Just take a minute and think about who that person is to you. What adult in the building did that for you? Who is your person? Maybe you had a couple. Maybe it was an administrator, a counselor, a coach, a teacher, whoever it was. Just picture that person. And think about what they meant to you. And now I'm going to tell you that you guys meant that much to us and 10 times more. You guys are the best part of our day. And saying goodbye is the worst part of this job, but you guys are the best part of it. I promise you that. It doesn't matter if you threw up on my floor freshman year. First day of school, that happened. Threw up right on my floor. Maybe I spent half of geometry writing stupid names on Post-it notes. I still got them in my drawer. Maybe during those hybrid days, the toughest year any teacher's ever had, maybe you stopped by with some Starbucks and some Qdoba. And we tried to pretend like we weren't stressed out, but man, we were exhausted. Maybe you dedicated 4 years of your life to a counselor or a coach, and you poured your heart and soul into something. You guys are the best part of our day. I want you to know that. We will tell your stories in this hallway for many years to come. We will carry you in our hearts wherever we go. We always will, I promise you. You guys are our inspiration. You guys lift us up. And I can't tell you what you mean to us. But the time has come that we have to say goodbye. So with that, on behalf of our whole staff, I want you guys to know how loved you were. We cherish the time we had together. But it's time to say goodbye. So to the class of 22, we wish you the very best. You will be right here in every one of our hearts. Good luck and goodbye.